everyone, welcome back to the kitchen. Today we have another retro recipe for you, except with a twist. We're gonna make it a little more updated, a little more healthy, but no less delicious. Let's go see what green goddess dressing is all about. Today we're gonna be doing another retro recipe, only this time we're going to lighten it up a little. This is green goddess dressing. If you know, when I was a kid in the 70s, green goddess salad dressing had kind of hit a resurgence. It was like the hoi polloi. People loved it. They were serving it on, banquet buffets and things like that. But it's very rich, and I'm going to give you a little history on how the salad dressing came to be. But today we're going to make a version that's a little bit lighter. This is just a little more friendly to the waistline, and I think that most of you might have what I am showing on hand in your fridge and pantry. So this is all fresh, and you're going to start off with, we're going to substitute some of the fatty ingredients, which would be, normally this would be made with mayonnaise and sour cream, with avocado. This is a fresh, ripe avocado. I just pitted and peeled it. And then we're going to add the green goddess part, which is this green goddess dressing is known to be filled with fresh herbs. You can use 1 cup of fresh herbs or thereabout, in combination however you like. You can use what I'm going to use, which is approximately a half a cup of Italian flat leaf parsley, some chopped tarragon, some green onion, both whites and greens. You can use chives, basil, cilantro, whatever you like. You can even throw a handful of fresh spinach in here if you desire. I'm also going to be using a half cup of Greek, this is non-fat Greek yogurt, plain, and a half cup of low-fat buttermilk. This is going to give it a nice richness and a tang. We're also going to be using the juice of 1 lemon, 1 clove of garlic, some salt and pepper, and some anchovy paste. Traditional recipes for green goddess dressing call for up to 6 anchovy fillets. Now don't be afraid of anchovies. They don't taste fishy. They just taste salty, and when they're cooked they taste nutty, and they give a really interesting depth of flavor. You won't be able to taste fishiness when you use this. But I don't use anchovy fillets a whole lot in my everyday cooking, so I like to use anchovy paste because I can stick this in the drawer in my fridge, and this is going to stay good for a very long time. You can use this in Caesar salad dressing. You can use this in when you make linguine with clam sauce. It's a very versatile ingredient, and it's really nice to toss into a lot of different things when you want a really rich, salty, nutty depth of flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and start throwing this together. I'm going to be using just my drink blender, and I'm just going to toss everything in here. You can use your food processor as well. So, and don't worry if this looks like it's going to be too full, because it's not. Once we get the liquid ingredients in here, it's going to kind of go down a little bit. In with our buttermilk, all of our herbs and our avocado. In with our Greek yogurt. You can use whatever plain yogurt you have on hand. Does not have to be Greek yogurt. I'm going to go ahead and just squeeze these lemons. Throw our garlic clove. Our salt and pepper. I have about 1/4 teaspoon of each. And 2 anchovy fillets worth of anchovy paste. Okay, so about that much. I'd say that's about a teaspoon. And like I said, don't be afraid to use anchovy paste, because it is a lovely ingredient to add to so many different sauces and dressings. Get your lid on good and tight. Put it in there, and we're just going to blend. It's all blended up. Just let that run until you think it's blended up enough. Now, this can be used as a dressing or a dip. And if you want this to be a little bit of a thinner consistency, then by all means you can add some water in here and it'll be lovely. So that is green goddess salad dressing, made lighter and friendlier, and it's super delicious. I'm gonna go and put this on a plate with a little something, and then I'll be back and I'm gonna share a little bit of the history of green goddess salad dressing with you. Well, there you have it, green goddess dressing. I went ahead and I just put some of the dressing in a little serving bowl, but here's our green goddess dressing. I've just paired it with a little fresh green salad with some roasted shrimp on top with some cucumber and tomato. You can serve this any way you like. This dressing is also great as a dip with fresh vegetables or little toasts. It's people are just gonna love it. I also want to let you know that if you like, you can add some white wine vinegar or some rice wine vinegar to give this even more tang. You can also thin it down if you like it a little thinner. This is entirely up to you, and you should make it to suit your own taste. Now, I wanted to just give Rick a little bit of a taste. Do you want to taste one of these shrimp dipped in there?
I have to.
I don't think this honestly is going to be one of his favorites, but it's very herbaceous. It's very green tasting, verdant tasting. But I feel like on the shrimp, it's probably a little bit better than it is just like sticking your finger in it.
Not bad.
And always remember, if you don't want to use the light version, you can sub out the buttermilk and the non-fat Greek yogurt for mayonnaise and sour cream. And that would be very delicious and very decadent. I was just trying to update this a little more and make it a little more healthy, because sometimes, you know, in the summertime, especially when we're not doing, you know, we're really trying to be a little healthier with all these beautiful fresh vegetables, then that's something that I thought would be appropriate. So the green goddess dressing, the story behind the green goddess dressing is it hails from San Francisco's Palace Hotel, which first opened in 1875, and it could house over 1,000 guests. And the Palace Hotel was devastated after the 1906 earthquake and fire that affected that area of the country. It took 3 years to rebuild it, and then it reopened with a feast for the city's captains of industry, this says. In December of 1909, the San Francisco Call newspaper wrote, "The spirit queen of San Francisco came to her absolute rule last night when the doors of the rebuilt Palace Hotel swung open and more than 700 of her chieftains, leaders in her every walk of life assembled within the domed court to pay homage, to acclaim the enthroning with banquet, song and laughter." But it goes on to this article that I did pull from the internet is very, very insightful, and it has lots of information about the Palace Hotel, and it talks about one of the palace's culinary claims to fame is the creation of green goddess salad dressing. Chef Philip Raymer is said to have invented the dressing in 1923 to honor actor George Arliss, who stayed at the hotel while performing in William Archer's hit play, The Green Goddess. And like crab salad, the dressing has evolved over the years, and this article is taken and adapted from a book called Tables from the Rubble. So I just thought that was interesting. So many of the things that we eat, so many of the recipes from our past, they have a really rich history, and they really did kind of originate somewhere fantastic, and that's no exception for the green goddess dressing. So I thought it would be fun to share that with you. You all seem to enjoy when I give a little bit of background on the recipes that I'm sharing, especially when I do the retro recipes. So I hope that you give this green goddess salad dressing a try. It really is delicious and appropriate for so many occasions. So if you like today's video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button, and if you're new to my kitchen, welcome. Always a pleasure to have new guests sitting at my kitchen counter. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you're a tried and true member of the Noreen's Kitchen family, please be sure to hit the bell notification button, because we don't want you to miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here from our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. I hope you give green goddess dressing a try sometime soon, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.